This mixed use has a restaurant down below on the ground floor. They're locked into a 10-year lease,
Oh,
but they
fun.
have another 10 years, and then they have two apartments upstairs. Yeah, we kind of threw out a ballpark of around 1 million for it.
That's what he
So,
wants.
yeah.
Okay, so let's share my screen here. We're gonna dive in. So he wants $1 million, so let's go through it. You're gonna kind of give me some guidance for the underwriting, or did you send me a spreadsheet completed?
I sent you all the information that the owner had sent me.
Yeah.
I sent it in an email, so I just copy and pasted that, and then there was also a rent roll for the tenants.
All right, so I'm just gonna say you're gonna walk me through this because we're gonna this way you can get some practice. All right.
Yeah, no
So
problem.
we got $1 million purchase price. Where do you think what should we have here? What do we got?
I put 15 and 30.
Okay, cool. Actually, by the way, let me share the screen so everyone can get access. Viewer, viewer, copy link. All right, good. 15 and 30. Okay. Down here, what do we got?
I put LTP is 70, amortization or amortized over 30.
Don't really need to touch anything here. Next sheet. Let's go to income. What do you got? How many spaces?
So there are three total spaces.
All right. Space one, what do we got?
We got a 2,000 square foot restaurant. They're paying 4,400 a month, and that's going to be over 10 years.
10 years. Okay.
Yeah.
We're eliminating that. Next.
Space two, it's 1,000 square feet. They're paying 2388. This is a Section 8 tenant.
Okay, so that's resi. Okay.
Yep. And then the second unit is vacant, but it's the same size at 1,000 square feet.
Another apartment, correct?
Yep,
So we can probably rent it for 2388.
exactly. Yep. Cool.
Not per square foot. Holy shit. 2388. All right. And we can probably get that rented within the first 2 quarters. Not a problem. Let's go to expenses.
Taxes 14,125. Insurance, I was estimating around 4,000. Water, that's it's about 200 a quarter, so 800. Electric is covered by the tenants, so they have a separate bill for that. Gas, it's $800 a month, November through March. So I'm estimating, 7,000 just to be ultra conservative with that. Landscaping, it's a parking lot. There's really not much, but $1,000. Snow is covered by the tenants, so that's on them. Um, Trash removal, the restaurant pays for the dumpster, so there's nothing there. The alarm is covered by the restaurant, and then I was estimating $5,000 for repairs and maintenance. So there are two brothers that own it. One brother is acting as a property manager, so he didn't share, if he's taking anything out of it.
And he's a property manager and he's the one. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
By the way, just real quick, because I'm actually before I cut you off, anything else you want to add here?
No, that's it. That's all I have from him.
Okay, got it. So based on everything you put in, we're buying at a 4 cap rate. Is that about right?
Yeah, no, it's not good.
It's not good. Got it. All right, let's break this deal down. All right. One thing actually real quick, which I'll just start with the expenses. I had a lot of people asking questions about like admin fees or anything like that, or just like about a lot of these fees. Just keep in mind that like this is like some of the most common ones that you have here. And by the way, I just changed admin to accounting. I think this will give you a lot more, a little bit better of an understanding. I just think payroll will be some type of person that you're gonna, more so like bookkeeping, accounting. You're gonna pay an accountant to send out like certain things, like a K1 or 1099s or anything you're gonna have to send out. So it just gives you a little bit better here. So I just want to change this word to accounting and not admin. But anyways, let's start here. So insurance, I think honestly might be a little bit light. Internet, you're not going to really need. Let's see, water, fine. Whatever they have is fine. Electric, if they have no electric and they pay no electric, that's fine. Gas, you're saying $800 for 6 months out of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sure, if you want to be a little bit conservative, that's fine. I don't mind it. Landscaping, also fine. I guess we'll keep it there. Fire monitoring, there's definitely going to be some cost here, so that's fine. I would definitely try to maybe figure out what it is. Some states and towns are different. Trash removal, you said it's covered. Marketing and leasing, you're probably going to pay something, but probably like $1,000 for some type of broker fee. Because it's vacant right now, so you're going to pay something. Obviously, you might cover it yourself, but you want to calculate it.
Hmm.
It's fine. Okay, we have some income here. We know that we're going to bring in some income here. 97,000 first year, 104. Again, this one's the same rate for 10 years, or does it go up every year?
Um, There might be an escalation in there. Let me just check real quick. So for that one, it doesn't say.
And this one's 2309, by the way, 2389.
Doesn't say. Yeah.
This is for 4401. And then there's no reimbursements. Month to month, 2160 through 2309. Okay, got it. Okay. Let's see what else you have in your notes here. Give me a minute. Okay. So, I definitely would definitely confirm if there's any rent bumps in this whatsoever. That is going to be very interesting to know. Okay. Everything else looks pretty much the same. I'm leaving it 2%, but we obviously might have to adjust that. 5% vacancy, everything looks fine here. Now, the question here is where do we need to be? Well, I'm thinking like day one eight cap, 7.5% cap rate in the future, probably around where we need to be. And I mean, the debt coverage ratio isn't even unbelievable. It's decent. I also think that you have the term of 30. I think it's probably going to be a 25-year term. Mixed use, the only time you're ever going to get a 30-year term is on multifamily, like
Okay.
strict multifamily. So just make sure you keep that in mind because that will affect your debt coverage ratios. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, 500 is an unbelievable deal. I mean, I probably would start there, but you probably can offer somewhere 600, still not a bad deal. You're at a day one, 6.71, but it obviously starts bumping up once you get that other unit rented. You still have a great equity multiple. Your debt coverage ratio is a little bit light day one, so you might be in a little bit of a pickle to acquire it. Yeah, so even at 600, you're gonna have to put somewhere closer to 60% down. I'm sorry, 40% down, 60 LTV.
Mhm.
Even if you went to 650, just gets tighter. I mean,
Yeah, it's still late.
yeah. So I mean, the only person like, maybe you go to the tenant at the bottom and try to see if you can get him to make an offer.
Okay.
A good way to play it. They're probably going to be the one, because like, look, if they paid $1 million, they're going to get basically, let's say if they paid 1 million. So if they paid 1 million, they're going to be at, let's say, they could probably get an SBA loan, number one, so they can get a 90% LTV. They're probably going to be at 8.5%. Their debt payments annually are going to be 90 grand a year, and they're going to be getting paid half of that back between the two tenants upstairs, right? So they actually might be able to pull that off, right? So they're only out of pocket the 145 or whatever the heck that comes to. You know what I mean? And maybe, for Long Island, you can sell at a 6.5 cap. Not sure where that cap rate runs, but you're probably closer to a 7 than you are 7.5 in Long Island, probably, if the area doesn't suck.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I mean, I think your best bet is the the tenant occupant. But next best option is going to be like one of the guys, one of the neighbors. I would call up one of the neighboring properties. Any property that's traded on that downtown block, is probably going to be your best options. Because a
Sounds
million
good.
doesn't make any sense, but maybe you'll get some guy who's silly, mentally just obsessed with the town and wants to buy more product in town, and you can maybe get him at like 800, not 8 million. I don't know. Maybe get somebody to be in that range.
So should I submit a starter offer at 6, or is it probably
Yeah.
not worth it?
Yeah, no. I mean, like, look, I mean, I would tell them straight up and be like, listen, like, two things are going to happen here. One, I would recommend getting the second tenant occupied, right? Or not, like if you don't, right, you're looking at a very poor cap rate here. But like, watch what happens here, right? If I go to income, and instead of that, I just copy this. I'll just leave that for a second because it doesn't really matter. Summary page. So look at 800, it's an 8.44 cap day one.
Yeah, then it's not
Right.
so bad.
Yeah, doesn't it, right? So I'm just saying, filling that one vacancy today versus waiting for somebody else to do it later will change this deal entirely. Very, very lucrative situation to do that, right? I think it would actually be very, very important for any one of your clientele to think about it that way, because it helps your deal a lot.
Yeah, definitely. It
All
definitely
right,
increases the numbers. Cool.
you got it. Best luck with the
Sounds
deal. Let
good.
me know if you need any more support. And to be honest, if you got this at 600K, I mean, like this is a great, unbelievable deal, right? And by the way, if we go at his million again, let's go here at 60. You're at a 6.75 cap day one, rough cash on cash, equity multiple sucks, internal rate of return sucks. And that's even at a 6.5% cap rate. Uh, yeah. So anyways, a little rough.